Hello and welcome to this video series. I'm Sam. I'm one of the founders of Makita Learning. So we are the organisation that provide the video content. Me and my business partner, we both came up through the NHS. So we were working in mental health. We were running training around the kind of cultural skills, competencies, behaviours that works in complex healthcare. We realised that we really enjoyed that and we were pretty good at it. So we set up Makita Learning, and since then we've supported organisations from fintech, film, social care and plenty more besides to build workplace cultures that are kinder, healthier, more human and ultimately more successful. We were approached by UCL partners to make these videos and we jumped at the opportunity. Our hearts have always been in healthcare settings and complex healthcare. We know about the challenges in the NHS and we're really excited to help out neonatal wards and neonatal care specifically because, the work you do is brilliant, but also because it's affected our lives personally. So these videos are focused on building healthy, kind and honest workplace culture, which dovetails really nicely with the Civility Saves Lives campaign. So evidence is growing that teams that have these kinds of cultures where people are civil, where people are kind, where there's genuine respect, where there's honesty, are far safer for patients. So in these videos, we're going to be providing a little bit of theory and lots of tools, lots of practices, reflections to bring this to life. It's about supporting everyone to be really clear about the impact of culture and its central role in safety and staff wellbeing. So we're going to provide a mix of really straightforward and some slightly more challenging things that both individuals and teams can practice to create that. So we split this into 3 chapters. The first chapter looks at the role of belonging. Belonging at work and why it matters so much in terms of well-being and collaboration, in terms of how people feel and think and therefore behave at work. And we'll give you a few starting points as how you can create the kind of psychological safety and belonging that allows for teams to flourish. Secondly, we're going to look at learning at work. So we're not talking about formal training here, we're talking about the absolutely vital capacity of teams to learn and improve as they go. That is a really central function of really good teams and individuals in those team spaces. It's so important for preventing mistakes, increasing safety, and for building on the things that already work. It's also really vital for avoiding blame and the insecurity that emerges from that. So we'll provide some frameworks, some tools, and some behaviours for doing that well. Finally, we're going to look at the juicy stuff. We're going to look at conflict, feedback, and related to that, how to really listen in those kinds of difficult conversations. This is something that often gets far too little attention, but is a really key shaper of workplace experiences and workplace culture. Done well, it allows teams to learn as much as possible, to be kind, to be compassionate, and mean that conflict doesn't have to be as explosive as it can be, doesn't have to leave people with those really icky feelings that really drag culture down, instead creating a space where people can genuinely flourish. It removes the risks of things getting personal, and actually can turn conflict into an opportunity for teams to get closer together and operate better. Now, obviously that's the order that we've planned, but feel free to chop and change as suits you. What's important is that you access the stuff that matters to you in your context. Now, we don't recommend you do all of this in one go. Come at it bit by bit in order to be able to do that experiment. And what we're also going to provide is some reflection questions, some activities, some tools and resources to support learning around the content. So these will be alongside the videos, so look out for those and make use of them. It's one thing to watch or listen to what I'm saying, it's a whole other thing to put that into practice. That's the bit that really matters, so that's the bit we really hope you can engage with. I'm also going to be referencing various bits of evidence and research, and we'll share that alongside the videos as well. And of course, whilst what we do is based in research and evidence, what matters is your experience and how this stuff is meaningful to you. You might find stuff in here that actually isn't appropriate for your workspace. Don't barrel ahead with it if that's the case. Take your time, have a think, apply it in a way that's useful. Importantly, there is no golden key for unlocking your workplace culture. It's all about testing what works over and over again. We're giving you a few things to try out. And the thing about culture is it's always changing as well. It's very annoying. So even if it works initially, you might find down the line you have to adjust. Importantly, how you engage with this has to be adaptive. However, hopefully some of these skills, practices and toolkits can be really useful. They've certainly worked with a lot of other organisations that we've supported. So without further ado, let's crack on with chapter 1, belonging.